Welcome to episode 40 of the Bulls Recap Podcast. I'm Joe Cowley of the Chicago Sun-Times. You can obviously read me in the Sun-Times sports section. I won't be anywhere else unless something went very wrong. Or you could follow me on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, at JCowleyHoops. If you are a Bears fan, it's not the most fun follow this time of year, but go ahead, jump on in. Look, we are almost in September. That means media day for the Bulls is at the end of the month. And guess what? That means the NBA season is, well, players are going to start tracking to Chicago after Labor Day. They'll start scrimmaging at the Advocate Center. And this thing is going to be off and running pretty quick. So I figure a fun thing to do now that the schedule's out, thinking about this team, five, I won't call them bold. Some of them are bold, but 5 big predictions that I'm making right now on August 26th that involve the Bulls, players, personnel, however you want to do it. So let's kick it off. Number 1, obviously Vuce is going to get traded, I think, this year, but I say Vuce gets traded early. This is not going to be a trade deadline, February 6th, whatever it is, final moment. We finally move Vuce, blah, blah, blah. No, I think this is going to be an early one. January, late December. And here's why. And I think he's going west. Here's why. By all media members and the teams around the West, when you look at it, there's really only 3 teams that are unserious about trying to compete. And New Orleans is borderline when you think about the trade they made on draft night by moving up and giving away a first round pick next year unprotected, which was people are still thinking was completely asinine. Utah is in the business of tanking like the Wizards. They have made that clear. 25 draft class is one thing. They also want to jump in the 26 draft class. Phoenix, obviously we saw what they did in offseason. They are trying to abandon ship and hope that they could dip into the draft lottery, hit high for 1 year, and then get out of it. And then I think New Orleans, not by their own admission or not by the way they're conducting business, but by the simple fact of their roster. If Zion is healthy, we're talking different animal. I just don't trust that he's going to be, and I just don't know if his mindset will be a serious basketball player while being a Pelican. I think he needs a complete change of scenery to reboot and restart his career, which I think could still be a really good all-star, perennial all-star career. Big, fat, better shoe deal than the one he's got now and all that kind of stuff. So I say Vuce is going west. They're big out there. There's some smaller teams that need some help. There's smaller teams that need shooting. And I think whether it's someone getting hurt or just the idea of, whoa, we felt like we were a top 4, top 5 team in the West, and right now we're sitting at 8. We need to do something. So I think the Bulls will move Vuce well before the deadline. Am I going out on a limb there? No, but I think it's going to come earlier than at the deadline. So that was number 1. Number 2, the Bulls will start the regular season 3-7. Bear with me. You look at the first 10 teams, not fun, not good, not easy, but they will still finish with 40 wins. Yes, I have the Bulls with 40 wins in the depleted, stinky-ass East. I've got them finishing with a number 7 seed. Still playing, but I have them finishing with 40 wins after going 3-7 and getting everyone all upset. Here we go again. And that's just because of the start of the schedule. I think the start of the schedule is brutal. And I just don't love it. So I see a 3-7 start, but still getting 40 wins because nobody puts the pedal to the metal like the Bulls in March and the first couple weeks of April. That's Bulls season right there. Number 3, Matas Buzelis is a finalist. I'm not saying he's a winner. A finalist for NBA's most improved player. I say his scoring goes up to 20, about 20 per game, maybe 19.8. Rebounds will go up to about 8. Blocks will be just under 2 per game. I look at LP Sengun from Houston and the jump he took 23 to 24. So 22-23 season to the 23-24 season. He jumped up almost 7 points. His rebounding went up a little bit, not much. His assists went up to 5.5, something like that. He's not a shot blocker. He's not a rim protector. And the reason I'm saying this, because I think not only is Matas, I love the fact that they gave him controls of the ball handling, and he's a former guard. So I think his assists are going to go up. I think their style of play is going to lend to him scoring more and obviously rebounding more with just the up and down transition. So the numbers are going to go up because the minutes are going to go up. But I also feel like someone's numbers are going to fall down. I don't believe that Giddey, Coby, Vuce will all put up what they did the last 6 weeks of the season. Something's going to give one way or the other, whether it's an injury or whatever it is. And I just think Matas is poised to not only be a guy that is a nightly highlight because of his ability to ball handle and attack the rim, which is great for SportsCenter top 10s. I just see a guy that wants it. I mean, just talking to Bulls players, I think Coby is a always want it type of guy. It's been a slow burn, but has always had that mentality, probably more so than I gave him credit for. And I think Matas is in that same kind of boat where he just wants greatness, will chase greatness, will do whatever he can to obtain greatness. So I got him as a finalist for most improved player in the NBA. We'll see what happens. Number 4, speaking of Coby White, Mr. Coby White surpasses Zach LaVine to become the highest paid Bull in team history. Zach LaVine earned $118 million with the Bulls. This does not include his Timberwolves stint, what he's making with the Kings. This is just what you make as a Bull. He was $118 million. D Rose was 95 and change million. MJ was $91 million. Obviously, the association was much different back then as far as pay. So it's not, not really tracks based on talent. But Zach LaVine made $118 million with the Bulls. I say Coby White will sign a contract that puts him in the $160 million mark. So that's don't know when it's going to come. I'm putting it out there. And number 5, get ready for this from Mr. Positive. The Bulls are a play-in team. Number 7, get out of the play-in and then play a first-round playoff series against the Orlando Magic and lose. But I have them finally getting out of the play-in jinx. Look, the East is right for the taking. You have Indiana with Ty Halliburton out for the year. Boston, Tatum out for the year. Who knows who they're going to trade? Could they trade Brown? Could they? I mean, they're dumping everything. You have the Knicks with a executive who basically is just an agent. He's a scumbag agent who became an executive. And I think he's going to find out that you had something really good, but you thought you could listen to a bunch of people around you and make big boy decisions. And when you make big boy decisions, there's going to be big boy consequences, and those are coming. It might not be this year because, just when you look around the East, the Knicks talent-wise are right up there with the Cavs and the Magic and the Pistons. But it's coming. It's coming. It always does with Tibbs. Tibbs leaves, left the Bulls, left the Timberwolves, and now he's leaving the Knicks. So we'll see where how far that fall is. So I just think the Bulls, just by being in the East, and I think the East is on its way to getting better with young talent, but it's unproven talent. It's not there yet. It's not even close to that yet. So those are my 5 big predictions that I'm making here on August 26th. We'll see how many of them come true. The one I feel the best about, though, I'm going to say, I think Matas buy your stock in Matas. I think Matas is due for something big. I think he is moving forward. He is the key piece to this thing. And we've talked about that many times in this podcast and written it in the Sun Times. I just don't think you could undervalue that he is the chosen one, and we'll see if he can deliver. But I think he has the DNA and the makeup to do everything he can to do that. So, all right, let's get to Cowley Island. Wow. So Derrick Rose is going to get his night January 26th, I believe it is, against Boston. Makes sense. Boston playoff series. That was his breakout series where the nation got to see what people in Chicago had been seeing for years, back at even Simeon High School, was this kid that just does uncanny things for his size and was just a shooting star. So it makes sense that, okay, let's do it against Boston. I got no problem with that. I've said the jersey should be retired. I wish Jimmy Butler got to wear it a year. That would have been funny. But I say the jersey should be retired, not because of the numbers, but because of the culture and the legend that he was, not only on the court, but off the court. Okay. What he's done for the community, what he's meant to the community. I don't know if there's another NBA player the last 20 years that's meant more to his community than Derrick Rose has meant to Chicago. And I think that it's hard to duplicate because, first of all, you have to come from that hometown. You can debate LeBron, but let me tell you something. Akron and Cleveland, they only pretend that they're close when it involves – it's just like Cleveland fans loving Ohio State. It's 2 hours away. That's like you might as well be a Browns fan and love the Steelers. Because that's about 2 hours away from Cleveland. So, but Akron and Cleveland and what LeBron brought to Cleveland, you could debate that, but I would say that, and what LeBron's done for Akron and the Cleveland area, Derrick Rose is as good as it gets when it comes to that. But here's where I have an issue. The Bulls just can't do Derrick Rose night. They have to get the sheep, string them along for 4 games of figurines, which everybody's going to want. There's a rookie year figurine. There's a masked Derrick figurine when you got the orbital bone broken. There's look at me, I'm wearing my green St. Patty's Day money grab jersey figurine. And I think the other one is the MVP year figurine. So, and that's not included on any of his jersey retirements. I think one of the games is even after that. So it's like you can love Derrick on that night, but if you really love Derrick, you got to come and fight over these figurines. The lines are going to be ridiculous. It's the ultimate money grab. Why not just give away a statue on the night his jersey's being retired one time? They have to make it a big, long thing. And let's not forget, I believe this year is also the Ring of Honor, another cash grab. So, look, when you got the asses in the seats like the Bulls do, you can dictate this kind of stuff. It just feels like, does everything always have to be about the grab and the money? And it just, there's something a little dirty about it when I saw how they were going to do it. Just don't love it. But it's the brand. It is stick with the brand. So don't love it. Think it's a little scummy, but the lines will be out the doors. Figurines are going to be on eBay. People are going to be fighting over it. After all, it is Chicago. So, let's just do things a little better. Let's be a little more classy about it, huh, Bulls? Okay. All right. The list. All right. We all know how I feel about Cooper Flagg. He is not only going to win Rookie of the Year as long as he stays healthy, he is the next face of the NBA. I'm saying that. Been saying it. But what if something goes wrong? What if he gets hurt? What if Dallas just, gives him his 13, 14 points a game because they have AD? Kyrie gets back early. They've got a tree line of bigs, Lively, and guys like that. What if he can't go off like he should be able to go off? I think he will because he's that great. 5 other NBA Rookie of the Year candidates. We'll go from 5 to 1. Number 5, Yang Hansen, Portland. He's going to have the height. He's going to get a lot of votes, fan votes and stuff when it comes to All-Star because, the Chinese people are notorious for voting their guys in. So I'm anxious to see if Portland is as competitive as they think they're going to be. I don't think they will be in the West, but they feel that way. Can Yang Hansen be a sneak-in guy? Number 4, VJ Edgecombe. Love VJ Edgecombe. And I don't know who's going to be playing for Philadelphia. He could very well be the only healthy body, which means 25 points a game for him. If everyone plays, no chance. I just don't see Philadelphia having everyone healthy and everyone playing. So VJ Edgecombe, number 4. Number 3, love this guy's game. Wanted him to be a Bull. Was hoping the Bulls would somehow trade up for him, but then I knew he was going to go way too high. Con Knippel. If you watch Summer League, he was great. I think he was MVP of Summer League or first team. He was good. Did everything. And I think we saw a glimpse of that when Cooper Flagg got hurt and was out for some games from Duke. I think we all saw what Con Knippel could do. He's as lethal a shooter as there is from outside. So he's a marksman from out there. He got that in the bag. He can pass. He can defend. I'm not saying he's elite defensive, but he's a really good defender, better than what people think. He can rebound. He's got positional size. So Con Knippel, and he's an adult. I think that team needs an adult. When the face of the franchise is LaMelo Ball, I just don't consider him a serious basketball player. I think he's fantastic as far as a highlight reel. I just don't consider him a serious winning basketball player. Con Knippel could hopefully bring that out of him and make that team something that's to watch for in the next couple of years. Number 2, Dylan Harper. Everyone's going to say Dylan Harper. What? Dylan Harper should be number 1 if it's not Cooper Flagg. Here's my concerns with that. Wemby, I think, is going to take a big jump. They gave a bunch of money to De'Aaron Fox. They love Steph Castle. So where does he fit in this thing? It's almost like the VJ Edgecombe thing, except I don't think all those San Antonio guys are for sure going to be hurt. Philadelphia, I have no idea what they're rolling out. They're starting with the main guy, Joel Embiid. But for San Antonio, are they going to go with a 3-guard attack and start Dylan Harper? I mean, because Steph Castle, you could argue, is a small forward. He's a bigger guard. So maybe he can play the 3. I just don't know. But I'm just saying, in a 3-guard attack like that, someone's got to sacrifice, and it's usually going to be the rookie. So Dylan Harper, I think he's great. I think he's a star in the making in the next couple of years. It's going to be a slow burn just because of the way their roster is constructed. Number 1, because this dude is going to get shots. He can make shots, and he can score, and he's going to be on a team that needs somebody to do that, especially from the kind of big guard, small forward spot. Trey Johnson, Washington Wizards. I think he is going to start making them forget Bradley Beal. I think he is the face of this organization getting out of this, 4 or 5 year rut. It feels like maybe even longer, but, they were in the playoffs with Bill, 4 or 5 years, 6 years ago, whatever it was. And I think he's got really good pieces around him. He's got shot blocking around him. He's got some young athletes around him. He's got people that want to push the ball where he can score a lot. I think he's going to have 30-point nights like it's nothing, just because I think the shots are going to be there for him. And I think he's a really good shot creator, shot maker. So I have Trey Johnson as your rookie of the year, not named Cooper Flagg. So that's it. We are, like I said, we are getting close. We are starting to get that chill in the air. The Bulls players are going to start circulating into Chicago, and we'll start maybe finding out a little bit more about what's going on with Josh Giddey. What are they going to sign him? What they're going to do? It's getting to that time of year. It's getting closer. So until next week, I got next.